Hello everyone. This is the Unit 5 A Midsummer Night's Dream Constructed Response writing guide. What is a constructed response? You will be given a text, a passage, to use in order to answer the question or prompt. Your response should be written in complete sentences and organized into 1 or 2 paragraphs. Write your answer to the question or prompt in your own words. To prove your answer, you must use evidence, meaning quotes or examples, from the passage. Use at least 2 in your response. So constructed response or CR writing. A constructed response, CR, is an assignment that requires students to use their knowledge of a concept along with their writing skills to answer an open-ended question or reply to a prompt. This type of assessment requires the student to construct and develop their own written response based on a given text. So here is a constructed response example. There's the prompt, there's a sample response, and this sample response has an introduction, the answer to the question, evidence from the text, an explanation of the answer, and a conclusion. You can pause this video to take a deeper look into this example. Assignment details. There is one open-ended question in Linkit. It is teacher graded, worth 16 points using the rubric. Prompt. Shakespeare's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is considered a comedy. Use the excerpts to explain how parallel plot is used to create a dramatic comedy. And then you will copy and paste your written response into the text box and submit. The Unit 5 CR is found in the online course content, Unit 5, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Lesson is assignment, constructed response. In the assessment part, there are directions. Go into the Linkit app from your class link, complete the assignment in the Linkit program. In Linkit, it is called 2024-25 English 9 Unit 5B CA Shakespeare's Dramatic Comedy. And then the Linkit help videos are in there as well. In that assessment part of the lesson, you can find the Unit 5 CR Word document. You should download that and open that up. Use that, save it on your computer, and use that to create your written response. Type your answer on the document, then copy and paste your paragraph into the Linkit assignment. Here's the Unit 5 help video if you need to find this this lesson or these documents. Also in the assessment part of the lesson is the helping resources. So the Unit 5B CR passage, original and translated text document, the Unit 5 content vocabulary document, the CR checklist, the CR graphic organizer, and the rubric. So all of those are in there as well. You can use the checklist and graphic organizer to help you write your paragraph. So the assignment, Unit 5 constructed response directions. Read the passage, then write a response to the prompt. Your response should be written in complete sentences and organized into a paragraph. Type your paragraph in the document and then copy and paste it into the text box in the Linkit assignment. The prompt, again, Shakespeare's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is considered a comedy. Use the excerpts to explain how parallel plot is used to create a dramatic comedy. So the passage looks like this. There's a part 1 and a part 2. So part 1 is from Act 3, Scene 1. Okay. And part 2 is from Act 4, Scene 1. And you should be using both parts of the passage, Act 3, Scene 1 and Act 4, Scene 1, in your response. Here are the passage links. So excerpts from A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. There's a reference text for Act 3, Scene 1 and a Part 1 read aloud. And then there's a reference text for Act 4, Scene 2 and a Part 2 read aloud. Content vocabulary review. Drama is a genre of literature, the specific mode of fiction represented in performance, a play, opera, mime, ballet, etc., performed in a theater or on radio or television. Comedy refers to any play which consistently features humor and lighthearted events. It always has a happy ending. Versus tragedy, which deals with humans as victims of destiny, character flaw, moral weakness, or social pressure, a dramatic presentation of high somberness in which the characters are tested by great suffering and life-altering decisions. And versus a history, a fictional play based on real historical events. So then plot is events in a story. And so parallel plots is 2 or more plots within one story that are linked by common characters, conflicts, or themes. And a subplot is a storyline or plot that is secondary to the main plot. So the Unit 5B constructed response. The prompt, again, Shakespeare's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is considered a comedy. Use the excerpts to explain how parallel plot is used to create a dramatic comedy. So again, vocabulary. Parallel plots are 2 or more plots within one story that are linked by common characters, conflicts, or themes. And a dramatic comedy refers to any play which consistently features humor and lighthearted events, always has a happy ending. So the objective for this assignment, demonstrate your understanding in writing of how the parallel plots in A Midsummer Night's Dream help to create humor in the play. Here are some notes. You want to focus your response on explaining the structure of the play, specifically parallel plots. Don't just talk about how the play is funny. Include thoughts about how Shakespeare wrote the play using 3 different storylines to create humor. You can answer these questions. How does the organization of the play create funny situations? And how does the play's multiple plot lines make the story humorous? If you answer both of those questions, you'll have a correct response. Review the vocabulary again as needed. Make sure to mention the topic of the prompt in your paragraph. For example, the parallel plots in the play A Midsummer Night's Dream are used to create a dramatic comedy. And include detailed examples or direct quotes from the given passage as evidence to support your answer. Use quotation marks around text from the passage. So please be sure to proofread and edit your writing before submitting it for grading. Here is the CR checklist. It follows the writing process: planning, drafting, revising, proofreading and editing, and publishing. Here is the CR graphic organizer. There are 4 types of sentences and some sentence starters that you can use. So for introduction sentences, state the topic of the prompt and answer the questions. This should be in your own words. For example, the parallel plots in the play A Midsummer Night's Dream are used to create a dramatic comedy. Then give textual support. Provide evidence with 1 or 2 quotes from the story or article. Put quotation marks around all text from the story or article. An example is, the text says, in a quote, the author states, in a quote, the passage explains, in a quote. Explanation sentences explain how your textual support relates to your answer and describe your answer in more detail. This should be in your own words. This shows, this is because, this means. And then conclusion sentences give a summary of your answers, evidence, and explanations. You can also give a final thought about the topic of the prompt. This should be in your own words. In conclusion, overall, ultimately. So use the CR graphic organizer to help you create your written response. Here is the scoring rubric. We have 4 skills. Meeting is our goal, 4 points for each skill. Focus on the prompt, understanding of the text, structure and organization, explanation and elaboration. For focus on the prompt, effectively addresses all parts of the task, demonstrating in-depth understanding of the text, substantial reference to the main idea and relevant key details of the text, to support the writer's purpose, accurately and directly citing substantial details, examples, quotes, facts, and/or definitions as evidence. Structure and organization, strong organizational structure that effectively supports the focus and ideas, skillfully uses transitions to link ideas. Explanation and elaboration, fully connects the text, evidence, and the reading elements and/or structure through clear and coherent explanations and/or generalizations, demonstrating a deeper meaning of the text. Here are the Link It help videos, the overview video and the student portal video. Use those as needed. And once you are ready to submit the assignment, Unit 5 CR, our assignment alert, you're going to go into the Link It app from your class link and complete the assignment in the Link It program. Again, in Link It, it is called 2024-25 English 9, Unit 5B, CA, Shakespeare's Dramatic Comedy. Try your best.